Won't take a guess. Food review. And we have a special one this time. Here we have the... Let me just go grab the box. Hungry Man selects classic fried chicken. I saw this at the local Five and Dime and decided to have a taste. So let's go through all the usual section, your average TV dinner, and let's just give it a taste. I will say though, the presentation isn't ideal, as the skin is filled with fat and already looked like a mess even when I first got it. Now, if only they looked like this when you actually got it. I can tell why they put this one in front, though. I mean, look at this one. This one's a disaster. Anyway, let's give it a try. First, the chicken. You know, I will say this. Chicken's not dry. And what they lack in style, they bring back in taste. It's actually pretty good. But on to the next little pile here. We've got the mashed potatoes. You know, I originally thought it tasted good, but then yeah, these are a little bland, but maybe we might be able to fix that, and I'll show you in a second. Here we have the corn, though. The corn, and fingers crossed, the corn is good, because how can you mess up corn? It's good, it's good. Now let's try, this is something I've been doing since I was a kid. Scrape these out. There we go. Anyway, this is something I've been doing since I was a kid. Mixing the corn and the potatoes. Mixed vegetable for you there. Still pretty much the same. Although I will say this, and I didn't think of this until I actually started with that. I'll be right back, folks. I need to grab a sharper knife. Just kidding. Anyway, this chicken is very hard to cut into, and that's one of my top complaints about this item, which when you're talking about Hungry Man is, let's just say, should be a minor blip on the radar. Very hard to pull apart too. And yet breaks down easily in your mouth. What's this here? I also got some runoff. This isn't even chicken. This is just fried. Disappointing. Right, well, there's one thing left, but before I get to that, let me rate what's good about this and what's bad about this. Okay, so, corn is good, the chicken's passable, the skin is terrible, the potatoes are, good execution, just bland. pee in the cup over there. Just kidding. One of my little food review jokes. I did have to review that one once. Ugh, terrible. Anyway. Here we have the final treat. A little bit of table in this. That guy even got in there. Little piece of the brownie. They said to separate that though while cooking, so I had to pull that off of a plate I had over there. Nonetheless, though, let's give it a try. There's some sort of strange masses in between each bite of my brownie here. I don't want any more, but I don't know if these are supposed to be nuts. I don't know. And that's not just chocolate. In fact, let me rinse this off here. I know that you could probably side with me when you find out how disappointed I was when I find out that this is just a piece of fried batter from the chicken that somehow managed to get into the brownie that I had separated already from the frozen dinner. Pretty much the only saving grace about this meal is the corn. The corn is pretty much the only good thing about this meal. It's delicious, but everything else is either boring or disgusting. I will say this though, the brownie is... I'd say the brownie is better than a chicken. Even though it still has pieces of fried batter all over it. Anyway, I would rate this meal a 2 out of 5 on the Gaster scale. Gaster, Richter, you get it. I don't normally joke this much, but that's what happens when my disappointment knows no bounds when it comes to this meal, and my year has been ruined. So, good luck 2020. I hope you've had fun, because I'm going to have a bad year from now on. This is a sign. Take one last look, because this is going to go into the... Just look at the chicken. It fell on the table. Okay. I hope you got a good look, because this is the last you'll be seeing of Hungry Man ever again on this channel. See this though. I don't want that corn go to waste though. Anyway, I will see you next time on Full Tank O Gas.